So, you were more, Hafsat, you were more than ready for your menstruation. So I want to assume that you already had knowledge about it, like you had information that you would somehow menstruate.
Yes.
So, like, who gave you that information? Was it family members or friends? How did you? Who gave you the information?
Well, I was having this 1-year junior who was always my friend at home and in school as well. So she was the one who always gave me the tips, information about menses. But she never, the day she promised to come and show me how to lay the pad, she didn't come to school. Then the next thing I could hear was she got transferred to a different school. So all along, I knew I would one day get my menses, but as to when was the problem. So when it came that day, then I informed my friends after I put on the paper. That was crazy part of it, but I didn't know how to do. So my friends sent me home to get some money, go and buy pad. Then later, I just got the experience straightforward. Then I was doing my own things.
Okay, that's okay. So I don't know. I think, do you think that in this day and age, that people still shy away from giving out information on menstruation?
Yeah, people still do that. And I even have people or experiences about that. I remember going to a community, that was summer 2017. It was a research or a survey on menstrual hygiene. So we went to this community and almost 90% of the community never knew about what menstruation was. The few that knew, they never knew how to protect themselves whenever they are menstruating. So through that, we were able to get some tips for them, give them some education on how to keep themselves clean and very good and hygienic when they are menstruating, what to do and what not to do, and how to get themselves clean when they are menstruating in order not to be infected by any infection.
Okay, so Wendy, do you also feel the same way that this day and age people still shy away from giving information with regards to menstruation?
Yes, it's actually happening. And I think that is something we are not doing, because we feel that it's something that is bad. It's not supposed to be, we are not supposed to advocate for it. Yes. I can remember when we went for Ahmad University, UDS rather, and when we went for our third trimester for practical program, we usually go to these junior high schools, primary schools to have educations there. So we went one day. I was taking them through menstruation and asked. None of them knew, and it was junior high school 1. So I was like, these are people. That was in Techman, and these are young people. They need to know. Their teachers are there. They are not taking them through. So I even brought sanitary pad one day and I asked them, what is this? They didn't know. It was only one guy who actually knew what it was.
A guy.
But the ladies there, they were scared. They didn't know what it was. So I had to use my own money, come and educate them on how to use it. Then I shared it among them. So, and then my community, where I'm coming from, is just something that you can see. Young people are there, they don't know about menstruation, you see. And then I actually felt that we are not doing anything about it. And we, the women ourselves, what are we doing? We are advocating for other things. We are advocating for how to keep ourselves, how to prevent teenage pregnancy. But why are we keeping silent over, what do they call it, over menstruation?
Okay.
This is something young people need to know.
Right.
And, yeah.
Hold on to that thought. I'll circle right back to you. Hafsat, what do you think are some of the things that is causing this whole secrecy that menstruation is shrouded in? Like, what do you think is the problem?
I think the main problem is information. We lack information. And then sometimes, not the information itself, but the giver of the information. Imagine that the day I had that thing, or if my mom or my aunt was taking me through the procedure, or like something like educating me on the day, like a day will come, you have your message, this is what and what you have to do. Imagine they were educating me on that. I wouldn't have gone to inform my friend, to inquire any information from them, but no one did that to me. So I think the biggest challenge is we like information. And sometimes they give on information, they don't give you the right information. They go like a day, you experience this and that, but they will not go into deep. They will not go into detail that you understand it. And all they could say is when you see blood in your pants or in your, they will not even say vagina. They will not be clear to you. They will say they'll say your total or like the total.
Yeah, they have names for
vagina.
Names
for that thing. Yes. Yeah. So the only thing they'll say is after you experience that, you will not go closer to a man. And if I to tell you what I did, you'll be like, wow.
I would want to hear that story. I want to hear that story. But so
go closer to a guy, but that's serious.
So I think that there is this whole stigma attached to menstruation. So circling back to when you first had your menses, like how did it make you feel? Like did you feel like what you were experiencing was natural or it was something bad?
Yeah, I actually felt bad, and then there was at the first in the first place it was I stigmatized myself. I didn't want to touch the blood there. I was wondering how come it came, and then I also felt bad approaching my auntie to tell her that I've gotten blood in my pants. But because my friend said you have to, so when we got home, I was like, I didn't know how to approach her, so I was just doing myself. I want to talk to her and I'll shake back.
Did your menses happen in school?
It happened in school. But
and did you attend a mixed school or a girls' school?
It was a mixed school.
So yeah. No one saw?
No one saw. It just came a little. It was the little blood I saw. And I got scared.
Okay.
I fear blood. So when I saw it, I was like, what kind of thing is this? And I was panicking until I forced myself to approach my auntie, and then she now told me. And I felt that the way she gave me the cloth to use as sanitary pad was very bad. Because I was like, how can you just give it to me? They're telling me that, oh, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it is this. She didn't take me through. She just told me that it's part of our growth. So how will I know that this is something that I'm not taught in school? I'm not taught in school. So how is this possible? At least she's an expert in that when it comes to that. So I should have gotten information about that. Yeah, but the stigma was there. Okay,
so if you just joined us, this is the Young Voices Forum initiative of Savannah Signatures. And at this point, I want to give out credits to the viewers. This one is more like fastest fingers. If you get it, you indicate that you got it, and it's MTN. So I am just going to mention the numbers, and it's 141 39 63 38 09 824. I am going to mention it again. It's MTN credit, and it's 141 39 633 809824. So if you got it, indicate it in the comment section that you've gotten it. And this is just MTN. Indicate it in the comment section that you got it. So so at this point, I would read some of the contributions from our viewers. And okay. But you can send in your contributions, and you can send in your contributions, and I would read them on, and you can send in your questions too. From a comment from Elikem, Aganyo says, in this day and age, people still shy in discussing the issue of menstruation. Lots of work done, more work needed to be done. And Mujahid Fojo Upon says, I can state this categorically that a lot of young people lack information on these things, menstrual hygiene to be precise, because the parents don't want to discuss these things with their children, and they are also not taught in many schools. It's really sad. And Adam Maridia says, watching and enjoying the show. Thank you, Maridia. So you can keep your comments coming, you can keep your questions coming, and join in the discussion, and let's make it more lively. So, Wendy, what you say your first menstrual experience, you used rags.
Yes.
So at this point, was it comfortable?
It wasn't. Sometimes you bleed, then you not even want to touch it. You're walking, and sometimes it will come and touch your underwear, your pants, and you will not be feeling comfortable, because it's something that I don't actually know how to explain it. But there wasn't any comfort in wearing it. But you had no choice, because that was the only option I could use.
Okay, so you also mentioned about using paper. How was it like for you? I mean,
Actually, the paper was just for the period of the school hours. After a few hours, my friend sent me home to get money for that. For like 3 months, my aunt never knew I was menstruating until one day I was bathing. I kept long in the bathroom, then she just popped in. Then she saw me. I was like, ah. I nearly flew back. I didn't.
Okay.
So the experience was wow. And then later.
So it wasn't. Were you comfortable with the paper?
I wasn't. That was the main reason why I had to ask her to send me home to get some sanitary pads for myself.
Okay. Wow. That must
and
have
later, it wasn't easy. I want to sound this very loud and clear. It wasn't easy. As a young lady, hiding from my mom, my aunt, because it wasn't easy to discuss that with them.
Okay.
So none of them ever knew I was menstruating. So every month, I need to gather some money from my auntie's sales or my mom's sales to get some part for myself. You can imagine. So I'm urging each and everyone that if you have a girl child, then you realize she's getting to the stage of menstruation, please and please keep an eye on her. Give her necessary attention, then give her the money to buy pad, because it's not easy. Menstruating without a pad is something you can't imagine, but it's there. Yes.
Okay, so with still on the menstruation issue, Wendy, do you think that you would ever be comfortable? Like, it's menstruation easy? Would you say it's easy for you? As old as you are now, would you say it's easy for you? Because for me, I believe that no matter how old I get, no matter how much I grow, I will never really be comfortable with the concept of menstruation. I mean, how it makes me feel, not that there's a problem with menstruation. But is it easy for you?
To me, actually, yes.
Okay.
It is easy. Because right now, I felt that it's something that is supposed to be part of me. So I've taken it to be like every month I'm supposed to get it. So if it comes to a month and I don't get it, then that's my worry. But I know it's something that is part of a woman, and it will get to a stage whereby I will menstruate again. So right now, I just know that, it's normal, and I'm taking it cool, because I'll actually menstruate. There wouldn't be any woman who wouldn't want to menstruate. You want to get it, so that you also be proud to talk to your children one day about your story. What happened to you, yeah.
Okay, so what about you? Is menstruation easy for you?
It has never been easy to me. It has never. What thing is this crowd that when it comes, it has to dictate to you what to wear, what to eat. Sometimes I just feel quick-tempered for nothing.
Okay.
That's how it happens. And sometimes I'll just be quiet. If you talk to me, boy, that's an issue for you. Sometimes I'll just be hyperactive. Nobody will be out. We will know what is wrong with. But I know sometimes that's in it.
Must be hard. So now let's get to the hygiene aspect of menstruation. What are what are some of the things you do when you are menstruating? Like, how is your personal hygiene like when you're menstruating?
Yes. Let me go back to the first day I got my menstruation. Yeah. I actually washed the rag, dried it under the table that was in the room, and then which wasn't hygienic. Right now it wasn't hygienic, but by then I thought it was the right way or the right thing to do. So right now what I do is when I'm menstruating, I make sure I change my sanitary pad as often as I can. Yes, and then I make sure I bath, maybe take a shower when I'm menstruating. That is if it is if it overflows. The one that comes as a normal flow, I'm always cool with it. I can bath twice and then I'm okay. And then I'll change my sanitary pad like twice too. But if it's the one that comes and is a very heavy flow, I just have to bath, change, and I'll change like twice before the day ends. And I think we have to actually keep our menstrual hygiene. It is something that is very important as a lady. If you are not someone who is hygienic, it can affect your, should I say, your womb as a lady, or you can get infections, which will cause harm to your body and to your own self. So it's something we have to practice, menstrual hygiene, which we do, most young ladies as of now do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on to that thought. Hafsa, what do you do during menstruation? How is your menstrual hygiene like during menstruation? What are some of the things you do?
For me, when I'm menstruating, I'm the neatest person when I'm menstruating.
Okay.
So I myself, I love it when I'm menstruating.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I am menstruating, early in the morning I get up and bath. Then I make sure I'm not the kind of the heavy flow kind of person. So I make sure maybe 6 to 7 hours I change. Even if I won't bath, I'll go and change. Even when I say even I won't bath, that's when I'm traveling. You know, in that situation you can't bath. Why can you get water to bath? So I will just change after the 6 to 7 hours and then I'm cool with it. So I don't when I'm menstruating. I'm the neatest person when I'm menstruating.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. Personally, when I'm menstruating, I think I have a bed sheet I use when I'm menstruating. I have panties for menstruation. I have clothes I wear when I'm menstruating. That is what I do. So do you also have any ritual, any special thing you do when you're menstruating?
Yes, for the panties is sure.
Okay.
I have some particular panties. I don't touch that one time.
You are menstruating.
Yes. Some particular underwears I don't use, especially black. I don't use it when I'm not menstruating. The moment I know that it's tomorrow I'm coming to menstruate, then I will have to do that. And then the food I eat. When I'm menstruating, I don't take sugar. I have to reduce the intake of sugar.
Okay.
And then some other things, something that is sugary. I don't actually take it because I get stomach ache, then I'll get heavy flow too.
Okay.
So that is the special things I do. And then bathing.
Okay. All right. So we have a question from Mujahid Fojo Opon. And he also indicated that he got airtime. Thank you for being honest. And then, so he's saying that how can young people who have seen their first menses seek information? I think that if at this point, in this day and age, young people still are not comfortable with talking to people they live with about their menstruation, I think it's sort of some failure that reflects on all of us. So what do you do? Like, what can young people do? How do young people get access to these informations?
Yes, young people can get access to information concerning their first period. Yes. Mostly young people, we approach our friends. We have elder sisters that are at home. Recently, one of my small girls, she's 14 years. So she got her menstruation and she was like, Auntie Wendy, I just saw something in my pant. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to tell Mama. And I was like, oh, let me see it. And when she showed me the pant, I realized that it was her menses. So I quickly gave her sanitary pad and she used. So approaching the person you're most comfortable with is I think is the right thing. Sometimes it's friends, and friends who can give you wrong information sometimes. But if you know that this your friend is menstruating and you get it, or maybe sometimes you don't even know about menstruation, you don't have the information concerning menstruation, just approach someone. And then I think the best person to approach is your mom. Yes, she's the best person to approach too. You talk to her, she won't shout at you. She will just tell you that, oh, this is it. She won't say that because you are at this particular age, you're supposed to be menstruating. Because I can remember when my other sister heard that I was menstruating, she was like, you small girl like this, primary 5, and you're menstruating. She started, I don't know, man.
Hold on, how old were you?
Oh, primary 5, I completed JHS when I was 13 years.
Okay, then that was really young. Okay, yes. Okay.
So she was like, no. She was just shouting. So what she told my dad, and my dad was like, maybe it's the food that I eat. That might have caused that. And it was normal. So. Okay,
so Mr. I think Abdul Rashid Moro is asking a question. She's asking why some people menstruate for 2 days while others get theirs for more than 2 days. I don't know. I personally, I feel like people who menstruate 3 days or below 7 days are God's favorites. Are God's favorites. Can you share any light on?
Yes. Yes. People getting 2 days and others getting beyond 2 days. On the funny part of it, those getting 2 days, maybe that's the lucky part of them. But then when we get more serious into the issue, anyone who gets her menses 2 days, I think you have a health issue.
Okay.
Despite the fact that it's a normal phenomenon, and each and every one in the body, or how the system responds to anything. But aside that, I don't think there's a normal human being who should have her menses for just 2 days. At least it should go and come back in 2 days' time, but not just 2 days for the month.
Okay.
Then it's gone. So if you are someone who experiences your menses for only 2 days, then please see your doctor. You have some health issue on that.
Okay. So someone is also asking, Rahina Mohammed is asking that how long can one wear sanitary pad during menstruation?
I think I mentioned that.
6 to 8 hours.
Yes.
Sanitary pad during menstruation. Shouldn't it depend on your flow or something?
The normal flow should be 6 to 8 hours that you change. But if it's heavy flow, 4 hours you have to.
Okay.
Depending on how bad it is, you have to change it.
Okay. So Maridia is sharing her experience. She's saying her first menstrual period wasn't a big deal because she had a lot of discussion about it with her mom. So she's encouraging parents out there to always feel free to talk to their children about menstruation. Yes, and this is something I want us to talk about. Why do you think that some parents, I mean, not all of us are gifted with progressive parents. Why do you think that parents feel, I don't know how to put it, I don't know the word to use. Why do you think exactly they don't feel comfortable talking to their wards about menstruation?
Well, sometimes people look at the traditional beliefs or the religious background of it, but let's try as much as possible to always put that one on silent and then make it clear to the case. There is something they do. Is it on NTV or what? Is it Kagabo or what? Say it as it is. Just say it. Say anything. Do not cover anything and open anything for them. So sometimes it's what is bringing the youth down, because they will not tell you the actual thing. They will paraphrase it for you. they'll not go deep into it, and you end up falling as a victim if you don't get if you don't get a support hand from someone to educate you on that. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think? Why do you think it's sort of difficult for a lot of parents to talk to their people about menstruation?
I think most parents, should I say, are not educated. And then they also look at what she said, the religious background, traditionally, this is not supposed to be our culture. You're not supposed to talk to your child about menstruation. Let me see, for instance, this topic, abortion, is something that has been silenced. They'll only tell you about the bad side of it, but they'll never tell you about the good side. So the parents they will never want to open up to their kids. And then I think some mothers or some parents they are not open. So the relationship they have with their walls is limited. So they feel that they can't even talk to their children about this particular thing. And then the child too feels that I can't even approach my mother to talk to you about this. Even though they've been taught in school about menstruation. But when they get home, the mother, she will ask the man, be like, why do you want to know? She'll shout at the child, and the child will be like, oh, I just want to know. You know, if she'll feel shy, she won't even want to approach. So on the first day of her menstrual cycle, she won't even want to tell the mother, because the first day she heard of it and asked the mother, she didn't even give her the attention she needed. You understand? So that is the reason why children don't want to approach, and parents, the religious and then the cultural background, don't even allow them.
Okay, so religion and cultural background are big factors that prevent parents from telling their young ones about menstruation. So at this juncture, I'm going to give out my second credit, and this is Vodafone, and it's still fastest fingers. So the numbers are 44211640857539. I repeat, 44211640857539. So if you get it, you indicate it in the comment section that you have gotten the credit, so that I know. Whilst we wait for the person to indicate he has gotten it, what did after you had your first menses, what did they tell you? I remember when I had my first menses, I think my mom wasn't around, but my aunties, they did an amazing job by telling me what it was. I mean, I think I knew about menstruation because of my elder sister. Not everyone was lucky like me, but there's one thing that I feel like it runs across for every girl. When you start menstruating, they tell you that now that you've started menstruating, if you hold hands with a boy, if you walk with a boy, you will get pregnant. Am I the only one that was told?
You're not even supposed to get closer to it.
They said if I play with boys, I would get pregnant and all that. What was the education like for you?
Same feeling. It was like, you're not supposed to even touch a guy. And the guy's not supposed to. So I remember when I go to class, where I was seated, I used to sit in front. And then I was seated by one guy. So when they told me that, I quickly changed where I was seated. And we were some particular number of girls. We gathered and then we went to one particular side of the classroom to sit, because we don't want to get closer to guys and we'll get pregnant. Then at that age, where are we going to? And they'll be like, you're not supposed to even go out at this time. Yes, you're not supposed to go out when it's past 6. That was what they told me. And then you're not supposed to eat late. You're not supposed to sweep the yard late, because if you are menstruating, it's wrong. Things, the sex and spirit will be around to do what to you. So we're scared. So when I started, I didn't even want to talk to guys. When I just see you, I wave and I'm going. I don't want to start talking to you and then I'll get pregnant.
Okay, so I actually have people also following this update on my WhatsApp status, and someone is asking that why do you choose some specific color of clothes during menstruation? No. Yes. Why do you choose a specific color of clothes during menstruation?
Yeah, one, I just think is you don't want to, maybe if it comes out,
soil yourself.
Okay. For example, when I'm menstruating, I don't wear white like that. Because when you sit and mistakenly the part shifts and it touches your pant to your dress, you see the stigma that people will give you. Some will be like, hey, you are not even a neat girl. You don't know how to keep yourself. And then you are menstruating and you won't hide it. You want people to see. And then people will even disassociate themselves from you because they feel that it's wrong. Yeah, I can remember some time ago, recently, that was before we came home. I wore one white skirt and I didn't know that I was menstruating. And then we went for lectures. So at the auditorium there, we ended the lectures and then I was coming out. So normally it touched, but it didn't come out like that. So one lady called me and she was like, Wendy, and I thanked, that please come. I went, are you menstruating? And I said, yes. That turn your skirt. So I should rather turn it to the front.
Oh, wow.
Because, yes.
Yeah,
so when I actually didn't see anything like that, but she said that, I just told her, see, me, I'm not feeling shy of anybody. I turn my skirt back again. And yes. So it's actually something that you have to, when you're, even though it's not something you should feel ashamed of, but when you're menstruating, you have to keep it secret to yourself.
Okay. So I am going back to our Facebook page and some comments are coming in. Wow. Wow. I mean, I have to say the wow 3 times before I ask this question. Some comments are coming in that, okay, so let me take Musa Mohammed Hafiz question. She's saying insightful discussion. Thank you very much, Hafiz. And she's saying that there seems to be limited sanitary materials, especially in out-of-town communities. Is reusable pad a healthy alternative? But first of all, have you heard of reusable pad?
Yes, I have.
And Hafsa, have you heard of reusable pads?
Yes.
So has any of you tried it before?
I've never tried one.
Okay.
Yes, but I've seen one.
You've seen one. Okay. Oh wow. I'm the only. I've never seen one. You've ever used one too. Okay. I will get back to you, but let me get this from Wendy. Like, do you think it's an you have used one, right? Yes. So let me take it from you. Do you think it's a sanitary pad? I mean, I just use a regular sanitary pad. That's what I know. And I think the reason why I won't maybe use a reusable sanitary pad is, as when they said, blood somehow freaks me out. So maybe to wash it is a problem. But do you think that it's an alternative? It's a better alternative? It's
a better alternative, but very hard. But very hard to cope with. Okay. Imagine washing blood. Gosh. That pain. But if you are able to wash it, dry it under the sun for the germs to get rid of, and it's just affordable to use. Okay. Because with one, you can use it for like 2 years if you are able to keep it very well. And with sanitary pad, I think if you are someone who have heavy flow, maybe you can just use one for 2 months. Okay. And others who have normal flow, use for 3 months. So imagine somebody who bath in the night, bath twice a day. The person wouldn't even have time to, the person wouldn't even be able to use it for like 2 months. So I think that the rag is very affordable and easy to keep. If only you don't fear blood, you are able to wash it very well, dry it under the sun, or possibly iron it and get clean water to wash it very well. Okay. So we are in the holy month of Ramadan, and I want to touch on menstruation regarding to the Muslim aspect of it. Okay. Yes, sometimes most girls do not know how to keep themselves. Some people even pray with it. Some pray with it. Some even go ahead, especially this fasting. She doesn't want to miss the days. So she either prefers to go get some drugs to either suppress the blood not to flow so that she can be able to fast all the 30 days. Which is very wrong.
This is news.
Islamically, what I have learned is that you have taken the drug, all right, not to see the menstruation physically, but is it spiritual, psychologically, or how should I even put it? It is there. So when that period reaches and you are still fasting, that one is just some hunger strike you are going to, because to God you are menstruating, but to you think you are deceiving God by not menstruating, all in the name of you are worshiping God. So I want to urge my Muslim sisters that when you are menstruating, it's a natural phenomenon, and you must menstruate. So far as you are of that age, if you don't menstruate, then it's an issue. It's either you are pregnant or you have health issue. Okay. So if it's coming, do not feel that you need to worship your God. Even God says before we worship Him, we should make sure we are clean. So if you're not clean, how then do you worship Him and get what you want? So I'm just urging that they should know that taking drugs to stop you from menstruating so that you can fast the 30 days is just some hunger strike and nothing else. So they should please stop it. When you are menstruating, do not pray. After the menstruation is gone, you can top up that missing days, or possibly wait for some other time before you can, because I know being hungry is not an easy thing that you can just continue after the fasting. You can wait for some 1 week or 1 month, then you continue with the missing days. Okay.
All right, so if you just join us, I want to remind you that this is the Young Voices Forum, an initiative by Savannah Signatures, and today our topic is centered on menstrual hygiene. And we have some minutes more to go, but I would like to acknowledge some of our sponsors, Gabby's Home, SGS Ghana, and then GH Alliance for Young People. So someone is asking a question here. I would have loved that this question. No, wait, Hafsa, you are a nurse, right? Oh, great. I'm very glad that you are here. Someone is asking a question that I need a health perspective on, because I don't want us to just say anything. I'm just glad that you are here. So someone is asking, is it advisable? And that is Adam Maridia, that is it advisable to involve yourself to have sex during your menstrual period? Does it have any health implications?
Okay, it's not advisable, but others think.
No, I don't want a religious perspective. I want a medical perspective. I want a health perspective. If like there's any proven health-wise that it has something. It will have an effect on your health or anything. Forget about the religious perspective.
For sure, because the blood that is coming out, if the blood was so good, why is it coming out? So the blood coming out indicates that it's a waste product. So why are you interested in taking it inside you the man? Gosh, like seriously, even with the ladies, sometimes we don't.
But blood, I don't think blood goes back inside. I don't think blood goes back inside, unless of course you're giving me a personal experience. But I don't think blood goes back inside or anything.
Inside of the man or?
No, like let's put a pin in it. Wendy, have you heard of any health risk associated with having sex during your menstrual?
Yes, I actually heard that when you are menstruating and having sex, that is only the best time to have sex, because you enjoy it, you're feeling calm. Because I'll give myself as an example. When I'm menstruating, I always have that feeling of having sex. Understand? So if I have my partner there, I feel that is the best time for me to have sex.
Oh, wow.
And I actually heard it from one nurse who told me that, it is good. When you're menstruating, you have sex. But when you come to the religion, they say that, it is not good. But it is actually something that is good.
Medically, I want a health perspective. Okay, so we will come back to that. Let me take a few contributions and comments from people. Mujahid is saying that we need frequent education as this one in every corner of the country. I think it would save a lot of young people from the stigma. And this is something I quite agree with Mujahid. And this month is a month of menstrual hygiene that we acknowledge. So I think for this Friday, the next Friday, and the last Friday, I think we are still going to focus on menstrual hygiene. So I think a lot of people can join. So you can share, spread the word, let people like the SavSign TV page and be part of this discussion. And Musahaf is also saying that the fact that parents find it difficult interacting with kids about menstruation also poses an opportunity to organizations and health-related youth groups to champion more community-based outreaches, promoting the need for information and access to girls at early ages, and also to educate the boys to avoid this whole stigma that comes with menstruation. And I agree with you, Hafiz. I agree. I think a lot needs to be done. Corporate, non-governmental organizations should pick up this. Individuals and everyone, we should all make it part of our responsibility to talk to our young ones, talk to people we come into contact with, not just the girls, the boys too, so that we can normalize the idea that menstruation is it's a normal thing. So back to the conversation we're having about menstruation and sex. Do you think that I personally, so I haven't heard of any health risk that is associated with having sex during your menses. So I think I would also say that, well, since health-wise there is nothing wrong with it, I haven't heard, but you can still check with your health professionals to see. But
protect yourself.
Okay, so you can still check with your health professional to see if it's okay. But I haven't heard any, and Wendy hasn't heard any. But it seems Madam Hafsat has a different stance on that. So we will let we'll let that one be.
Someone is asking me about girls who use same clothes when they are menstruating. The fact that we all have our unique scent, unique odor in us. Menstruation comes to give us another odor. So you using your colleague clothing when the person is menstruating is a no.
Okay.
So I don't encourage that. When someone is menstruating, do not use the person's clothes. Even if you are also menstruating, still stay away. Do not use the person's clothes.
Okay, so I hope your question answers you've answered the person's question for him or her. So at this point, we are actually inching closer to the end of our discussion, and I know that this has been a very engaging session, and you can still keep your questions coming and your contributions. We have about 10 more minutes to go, and we can still talk about other stuff. And I'm acknowledging our sponsors, which are Gabby's Home, SGS Ghana, GH Alliance for Young People, and I have Wendy and Hafsat in the house to help me with the discussion. So the last thing to talk about before we bring this session to a close for today, do you get menstrual cramps?
Actually, no.
No, you don't. Oh, wow. You are one of God's favorites. Hafsa, do you get menstrual cramps?
I used not to get, but of late, maybe it's about the environment I found myself in now.
Okay.
Yes. For like 3 months now. I'm someone who hardly sits internally for a full month. So sitting at one place for a full month, not traveling, not going anywhere, I feel some cramps these days, and I wonder why.
And you think that is as a result of you not traveling?
Yes, that's what
okay. Okay, I see. Well, I get menstrual cramps, but they aren't as severe as other people that I know about. Mine aren't so severe. Do you have experiences with people whose menstrual cramps are so severe?
My own close friend.
Okay.
For her, when she starts menstruating, she won't go out for 1 whole week until it ends.
Okay.
She can't walk, she can't do anything. It's always like holding her down. Okay. But for me, when I menstruate, I'm fine.
Okay.
I live a normal life. You wouldn't even know until I tell you. Yes. But that my friend, she was actually worse.
Okay. Oh, that's. I keep saying that you people are God's favorite. You those who menstruate without crumbs, you are God's favorite. So, what are some of the things that you think that people who have crumbs should be able to do to give them some form of relief?
Yeah, sometimes I think because they already have that mindset that when I'm to menstruate, I get pains and all that. But the moment they start, they feel that pains in them. But having the mindset that when I'm menstruating, because of this, I want to be doing this. If you engage yourself into doing something, you wouldn't feel the pain much as at lying down.
Okay.
Yes. So I think mostly you have to be active and engage yourself into doing things that will keep you busy so that you wouldn't feel the pain in you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I think I would.
I want to top up something.
Okay.
So when you have cramps whilst menstruating, there are two ways. You can either do cold compress or warm compress.
Okay.
What I mean by cold or warm compress is you get, when I say warm, you get not hot but warm water.
Okay.
Then you get this clean rag. Then your abdomen, you press it.
Okay.
Whilst you lie supine, you lie on your back.
Okay.
And you press. You either do it yourself or you get somebody to do it for you.
Okay.
Or you get cold compress. You get cold water, not all that cold. Maybe
normal temperature.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Then you press your abdomen.
Okay.
Because at that moment, that place is somehow hard. So you pressing it will make some, maybe probably you ate some food that has made the blood clot.
Okay.
So you pressing it will possibly help it to melt a little bit. So when it's a little bit, then you get this fruit juice for yourself.
Okay.
It's an amazing experience.
I see. Okay, so I also know people that take drugs to relieve them of their pains during menstruation. I don't know what drug it is, and I can't say right now. But I think that if it is so severe, you should always check with your health professional. You go to the health center, tell them what is happening to you. Maybe they probably have some drug they can prescribe for you to get some form of relief, because it's not really normal. Some people's pain are so severe, and that's bad. Those of you who don't get cramps, that is and also and if you want to talk to someone for additional information on your menstrual hygiene, you can call the She Plus helpline, that is on 0544 711 799 or 05028636699 or 059-190-8507. And I repeat the numbers again, 0544 711 799 or 050863699 and 059-190-8507. That is the She Plus platform. You are guaranteed privacy and confidentiality. You call them, you talk to someone. You don't even have to tell them what your name is. You just have to tell them where you are calling from, so that you can even speak the local language when you call them, and they will talk to you. If there is a need for them to refer you to a health professional, they will refer you to one so that you go and meet the person. So, any last words, Wendy?
Yes.
Hold on, I think I have one more credit to give out. Hold on a minute, I think I have one more credit to give out. And this time around, it's Airtel Tigo. This time around, it's Airtel Tigo. So if you get it, and then you indicate in the comment section, and the numbers are 4181218010822577. I repeat, it's Airtel Tigo, and the numbers are 4181218010822577. So if you get it, indicate it in the comment section. I'm sure that around this time the conversation has gotten really entertaining, and thank you all for participating and for your questions and contributions. Menstrual hygiene is a very broad topic, so next week we'll still be on this topic, and then this month is all about menstrual hygiene, so the whole of this month we are dedicating to menstrual hygiene. So tell a friend to like the SavSign TV page, invite people to like it, share it, so that spread the word to other young people so that they know about it, so that next week they can join us with their questions and contributions. So a few more minutes to go. I think just your last words.
Okay. I would love to tell people out there, both young and adult, that you should know that menstruation is something that is part of a woman. She getting it, she needs to be educated, and then she needs to be informed about how menstruation is and how she's supposed to keep her whole self. And then I would love to say that let's put away cultural settings, religious backgrounds, and then tackle what is on what we are seeing. Young people are suffering. Young people are going through a lot. How can a young girl get her menses without knowing what is happening to her? Let us break the silence of keeping quiet. Let us get up and stand to fight this stigma that is attached to young people when it comes to menstruation. And I also love to tell everyone out there that we are in trying times.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hamza, your last words, please. Let's make it quick.
So I'm particularly very happy we are indoors with our family, so that the girls who are yet to get their first experience, their parents will get more time to sit with them and educate them. And I want to add that when your wife or girlfriend is on her period, it's not something you should get scared of her. Please hold her, pamper her. Sure, you should get that feeling.
Okay.
Your girlfriend or your wife is on her period, she bath, do this powder or perfume, come and lie on your lap. You'll be going to...
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much, madam. So, at this juncture, we are drawing the curtains to a close. And I want to tell you that thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so today is Wendy's birthday, so I think I'll just say quick happy birthday.
Thank you. This one you're very fine. I wish I not on your period.
So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for the conversations, for the contributions and the questions. And we are so happy that we were able to interact with all of you. And this will be happening every Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I entreat all of us to invite our friends to like the SavSign TV page and then make time to join us every Friday. This is the Young Voices Forum coming to you from Savannah Signatures, from SavSign TV. It's an initiative of Savannah Signatures. And our sponsors are Gabby's Home, SGS Ghana, and GH Alliance for Young People. So thank you very much. See you same time next week. My name is Rahel Entry, and I was your host for today. Bye.
Bye. Charlie, let me remove this thing. I'm tired. People are saying it's big.
All my friends are texting me your ugly ass mask. Your ugly ass mask.
No. It's in down.
Yeah, my friends are texting me your ugly ass mask.
But did I know?
My friends just kept telling me your ugly ass mask, your ugly ass mask. I